But if you understand how the bull run works, you can definitely make some gains from it. So how much longer is the bull run going to last, and when should you actually cash out? We'll clarify that now. Today, I'm bringing you 3 hidden gems, one of which you might already know, and something really exciting has just come up with it. I've never talked about the other 2 on my channel, and just to be clear, I'm not getting paid for any of these projects. So stay tuned for what I'm about to deliver, and of course, we'll also have a drawing from our advent calendar, and new door will be opened. So let's see what's behind it. On our channel, you'll find exciting new projects, news about the current market situation, and fact-based analyses of scams. So let's see what's behind it. On our channel, you'll find exciting new projects, news about the current market situation, and fact-based analyses of scams. If you're interested in these topics, feel free to subscribe for free, and if you want to protect yourself as much as possible, we've put together a free 8-point checklist for you. To find out how to get it, check out the description. I've noticed that many people watching the videos haven't subscribed yet. So if you're sitting there thinking, hey, what Daniel is doing here isn't so bad, and it's actually helping me in life, then feel free to subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you get notified about hidden gems like the ones I'm sharing now, which you should definitely check out soon. And if you like the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. It really helps boost the algorithm. Now let's first address the question of why we're doing a hidden gem video right now, especially since the market has cooled down. Yeah, folks, I keep saying it. And for example, I also reinvested myself this morning. This is also one of the projects I'm showing you today. The thing is, go counter-cyclically. If you see the market going down now, of course, don't jump into every crappy project out there. But if you've been following a project for a while and notice, oh, there's a really attractive level right now, then it can definitely make sense to invest. But that's what I always say. Don't just believe me because I say I think it's great. It can be wrong too. I can actually show you a proof today where I'd say maybe we could have approached it differently, but you just never know how the market is going to move. But if you understand how the bull run works, you can definitely realize quite a bit from it. And I'm going to show you the big question. How much longer is the bull run going to last? And when should you actually cash out? We'll clarify that now. What I want to show you here is that I've made videos about hidden gems from time to time. For example, this here, I'll just link it up here for you, and it contains exactly this core message. If you're watching this video, then theoretically, with one or another token, you're actually back at a more favorable level now. On the other hand, the tokens were also significantly higher at one point, which means if you had sold at the top, you would have taken some profits. Personally, I'm telling you I'm holding on right now, and I'm about to explain why and what my strategy is. However, you shouldn't be afraid that a stronger correction might come, and don't get discouraged by thinking, I bought in at a high price. I've done that with some as well. But I still see a massive pump coming our way, and we'll get into that now. But first, let's take a quick look at the heat map. What can you say about that? All coins and tokens are currently in agreement, except for PayPal. Okay, we're actually going to go a bit into the correction, which is healthy. What's really interesting here is that the open interest in relation to the BTC price has shifted a bit because suddenly the open interest is higher again, which is quite an exciting signal. But there are also more factors to consider. If we take a look at the liquidation heat map here, wow, a lot of capital has suddenly formed up here in the last 12 hours. Even if you look back a bit further, there's not much around it. So most of it is definitely above the K mark. So, just looking at these parameters, you could assume that the price will go back above the K, and that would logically boost the whole market again. If you look at this, there was a slowdown in the altcoin season, which has now turned into a higher Bitcoin dominance. That's just this constant back and forth. Now, it could be that Bitcoin is gaining more relevance again because capital is continuing to flow in. And just to clarify what I've been focusing on, because I said I want to get the maximum out of this bull run, those are the small cap altcoins, and they come, if history repeats itself, right at the end. but let's take a look at that now. And here, as you can clearly observe, you can see the market cap of Bitcoin in the chart and the last bull runs that I've marked for you. The last one lasted around 270 days. Now, one could certainly say, and this is the first point here, we had a massive increase, and then came the correction, which leads to the conclusion that, hey folks, we are definitely in the, as we could already determine. So take a look at all these dinos that have suddenly started moving, whether it's Cardano or even Polygon, although that was more of a sideways movement. Arbitrum was in the mix. We also recently talked about Hedera. Feel free to click in here, XLM for example. Ripple, of course, is right at the front, XRP. We also put out a video yesterday about what else is possible there. Anyway, what I want to get at is all the large coins. Now, I've already seen a few projections on that, but I won't go into it any further. You could say, okay, if the altcoin bull run lasts 270 days from this point, then we should tend to come out somewhere around the middle of next year. Yes, you can calculate that, you can present it that way, but wisdom isn't something a person can possess. Personally, I'm always quite cautious. I'm more interested in current values, so I don't really want to derive anything from the past. However, in my view, it makes much more sense to look at the current market developments and then say, okay, what's different here? Because there are already forecasts out there suggesting that everything has changed, which is quite realistic because, for example, Bitcoin suddenly attracted all these institutions. That means you can't really pinpoint it anymore to say, if Bitcoin drops here, then it flows into the small caps. That only works to a certain extent with the retailers. And that brings us directly to the first project where you're probably thinking, 01 Labs, he's talked about that quite a few times already. Yeah, that's true, but if you look at it, a 31% loss in one day, that was quite a hit, right? So during such correction phases, you always have to research what actually happened in some way. But that's completely normal, folks. So within a month, it still only lost 13% in relation to that. You also shouldn't forget that if you want to get in for the long term, I would think about it. I find it funny when you read statements like that. These are the typical retailers. You know, when it drops a bit, they have to hate on it, but when it goes up 300%, they're all about it. Yeah, it's awesome. Those are the emotions that definitely come into play, and that's something you should think about. As I said, we've talked about 01 Labs in the past. I can tell you it's a relatively large position for me, and I'm being completely transparent. I'm not paid by the project, and I still hold on to it. Why should I get out now? The use case is there, and just because the price is going down right now, I'm actually considering maybe adding a position or two. Now let's get to the two projects that I've never mentioned here on the channel. I actually came across Strawberry AI in a comment under one of my videos. So at this point, by the way, thank you very much. I always think it's really cool when the community shares tips themselves. So if you have anything, feel free to write it down in the comments. And that's where Strawberry AI was mentioned. Then I took a look at the chart, and I have to say, looks pretty solid. So if we take a quick look here again, it was just picture perfect, the way this chart is moving. So you can see a direct increase here, and it just kept going. Then a few lower highs, higher lows, and so on and so forth. And then it continued here. Higher highs, higher lows, and so on and so forth. So now I'll explain to you why I bought more this morning. So took a look. Okay, for example, right now I might even be a little bit in the red because it has dropped a bit. But I oriented myself to the fact that there was a correction here and then looked at the last peak here. And that's why my limit was around 30 cents. So I decided for myself, all right, I'm going to place a position here. And I don't think that was too bad because I definitely see potential in this project. Yeah, the website takes a bit of getting used to. I personally find the look. It has a bit of a Game Boy style, but let's leave it at that. I'm more focused on the use case, and it's really cool. So we're talking about an advanced AI-powered tool that's specifically designed for analyzing cryptocurrencies and blockchain. So on one hand, sure, we're on the blockchain, so it's all decentralized. And you can use this whole tool either by voice or by image to start a data analysis. And then it's exciting because blockchain data is monitored. Trends are analyzed, sentiment analysis, etc. So, especially when it comes to market movements, which we are definitely experiencing again and again right now, it's pretty intense. The platform itself is accessible through common tools like web browsers or Telegram, and also offers premium services for deeper insights. So all in all, as I said, just my personal opinion, I find it super exciting because you know how many projects are rolling out onto the market day by day? It can definitely make sense. Have a specialized AI-based tool there where you can do research much more easily. And then we'll move on to the next project, which is Leica. So here too, it's worth mentioning that the performance is currently looking a bit different. I also find it very attractive right now that we're seeing a correction of almost 8% for the week, yet still up 16%. It's definitely looking good. By the way, it's running on the Binance Smart Chain. So for everyone who's saying right now, like, wow, Ethereum, by the way, we're also going to make a video about whether Ethereum still makes sense as an investment because there was definitely a pump recently. But still, you have to say, Ethereum transaction costs during a bull run. It's not the best combo. And still, folks, you have to say high risk. So we're talking about a market cap of almost 7 million. So yeah, there's still some room. You shouldn't forget that there's a certain dilution in the market cap just from the tokens that are currently in circulation, plus the ones that will be coming. So please don't forget there's inflation coming our way. All in all, I still said, yeah, I find it exciting. I actually opened a position myself this morning. Let's see how the development goes from here. But what is this project actually about? We're roughly operating in a similar area. So it's clear it's IU Sand, and we're talking about a platform that combines artificial intelligence with blockchain and web technology. I find the main benefit of this whole tool, of the platform, really exciting because it's all about data analysis, security, and market overview. We're back in the same area, and we're talking about things like market analysis, investment help, like how many people are out there wandering around saying, where should I invest? Of course, feel free to subscribe to our channel. About market analysis, investment help, like how many people are out there wandering around saying, where should I invest? Sure, feel free to subscribe to our channel. No, but all jokes aside, where can you really get the information precisely? I find the whole thing as a browser integration super exciting because then you can access and use it directly. So, as I said, I personally see, in my opinion, a lot of potential and a big field of applications, so this should definitely be interesting. Here's a quick example of what can happen with investments when you follow an uptrend. Yeah, so right off the bat, this can also go the other way. You just saw that some investments are still kind of in a twilight zone, but I see it differently because I say, even if I'm down a few percent, I use that as an opportunity to buy more if I believe in the vision. That's always important to understand. Get properly into the topic, Taras. But as an example, feel free to check out our channel where we first talked about it. So I'm pretty sure that investors could have taken out 3 to 4 times their investment if they had said, hey, what Daniel is talking about isn't so bad after all. So, as I said, this is not a tip at this point. I'm just sharing a bit about it. We're not being paid by the project. I'm personally invested. I find it interesting, even though the price is already relatively high, there's currently a correction, and it might not be a bad time to secure a position or two. You've probably been waiting for this, so here comes the drawing for yesterday's giveaway. Absolutely crazy how many views came in and the comments that followed. You can definitely tell there's some fire behind what you guys are doing. And so, let's get the raffle started, see who won. Congratulations, and that's an exciting question that I'll answer right away. Yeah, so I don't have a crystal ball in this situation. That's what I always mean. I'm currently not buying any XRP, just to be clear. So I don't think much of it. But that's just my personal opinion, and it's already a large cap. But I don't want to hear anyone crying out saying, yeah, but the thing is now, yeah, sure, that could be so it can still take off. The question is whether to jump in now. Personally, I tend to focus more on small caps, and I see that the bull run is just about to really kick off. However, when it comes to XRP, and without any judgment, you can say there are parameters that could lead to some FOMO. And now let's get right to the 1,000 new giveaways, and of course the big question of how you can win. We have here a new originally sealed envelope presented by BitMEX. By the way, if you're looking for a cool exchange to trade on, then for trading, then you can gladly do that through BitMEX and support our channel. Because look in the description. The link again, you can grab a $25 voucher if you use our link. And now, without further delay, let's get to the drawing. Looks pretty happy. 200, 225. So that means if it says euro here, then those are BitMEX tokens. So you'll get 225 BitMEX tokens. How can you win them? So first of all, anyone who wants to participate in the giveaway, please leave me a comment down below in the description. Of course, you can also leave a like. It helps boost the algorithm. I really hope the tips help you out. So let's discuss that. Even if you might know some other interesting tokens, do you think I should check out? I'd be happy to do that. And then please set up a BitMEX account, then you'll get the trading voucher anyway. And please message me personally on Telegram, then I'll tell you how to claim your prize. I think that covers everything for this video. If the discussion is to continue in 2021, feel free to join our Telegram group. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Until then, all the best. 2021.